Earlier this summer, Lenovo showed us how modular smartphone hardware is meant to be done, sorry LG, with the launch of the Moto Z flagships and the Moto Mods family of hardware accessories. The Moto Z gave us a fantastically thin starting point for attaching these hardware add-ons, while the Moto Z Force offered a slightly thicker alternative, but with better battery life. Now it's time to keep that Moto Z ball rolling with the launch of an affordable new alternative, the Moto Z Play, available here as the Moto Z Play Droid for Verizon Wireless. But this new phone's not arriving by itself, and we've also got a new Moto Mods add-on to check out, the Hasselblad True Zoom 10x optical zoom camera, ready to upgrade the existing camera on any Moto Z phone with its own 12-megapixel shooter, hardware shutter and zoom controls, and a bright xenon flash. I'm Stephen Shank with PhoneArena, bringing you a first look unboxing at all this new Moto hardware. Alright, here we have the two newest additions to the Moto family of devices. The third in the Moto Z series of phones, the Moto Z Play, so Moto Z Play Droid, the US Verizon edition, as well as the latest Moto Mod accessory, the Hasselblad True Zoom camera with 10x optical zoom. This guy has been leaking for months now, and we're finally going to see it hit the light of day. Let's put this guy to the side for a second and get into the phone itself real quick. Packaging looks just like we saw for the other two Moto Z models. The Moto Z Play Droid is a slightly lower end phone than those two flagships there, but it shares a ton in common with them. Of course, still supports Moto Mods accessories. Let's get a look at this gun here. I've already popped the protective screen cover off because I love doing that so much, and you can't get it back on once that's off. Yours will come with that. So this phone looks almost exactly like the Moto Z Force Droid. It's got the same size, basically. It's slightly, and by slightly I mean like to the tune of 1 millimeter wider and taller. Same thickness though as the Moto Z Force Droid. And they have about the same size battery as well, both around 3500 milliamp hour components. Same fingerprint scanner up front here. So this is a lower end model than those flagships. So it has a 5.5-inch screen, but slightly lower resolution. This is a 1080p model as opposed to the Quad HD on the flagships. The camera is a little lower res, 16 megapixel sensor on there, but we still got the Moto Mod connector for the add-ons, including the optical zoom camera. So you're free to upgrade that if you choose. USB Type-C connector, just like on the flagship Moto Zs, but what is this here? Yeah, there's a headphone jack. It was absent on the Moto Z, absent on the Moto Z Force, and now it's back. And I complained. I get why it's absent on the Moto Z. The phone's super duper thin. There was little room for it. But the Force, why not put it on there? It's thick enough. It was annoying to carry around that headphone adapter. Now you don't need to for the Play. I really don't understand why the Force doesn't have that, but it's great to see this back on here. Already got Android set up. Swipe up to unlock. So yeah, this is the same basic interface we saw on the Moto Z and Moto Z Force. We're going to take a slightly more in-depth look at this real soon for a proper hands-on of the phone, but for now, let's look at the rest of the box components here to see what you get with this guy. I'm not expecting any surprises. It should be basically like what we had with the Moto Z and Moto Z Force. Yeah, 2-WIT, all our warranty, safety cards, a style swap cover, style shell cover, yeah. So if you don't want to keep the phone bare on the back here when you're not having it connected to a Moto Mods accessory, you can pop this guy on for a slightly different wood grain texture to it. I kind of like the look without it, but that's it's up to you to decide. Free to make that choice. And you can pick up alternate colors if the one this comes with isn't to your liking. Power adapter, same sort of, yeah, turbo power, fast charger with USB Type-C, good to have, and a SIM tool, that is it. I guess the only other thing we got in the box of the other phones was that USB headphone adapter that we thankfully do not need, so that's great. Very, very good. Okay, let's take a look at the camera then, which I don't know, I think I'm a little more excited about this guy than the actual phone, but so yeah, this, I was looking at the packaging earlier, it's interesting. 10x optical zoom, they're talking about that everywhere. Nary a mention of the resolution that I can see anywhere on this here. This is in fact a 12 megapixel camera, I think a 1/2.3 inch size sensor, but they're not really advertising that, which is interesting. So this will pop on the Play or any of the other Moto Z phones to give you a higher end camera experience. It's not just a lens that fits over the existing camera. This is a full on its own sensor and everything in here. So it overrides the main sensor. Comes with a little carrying case. You don't want to have it on the phone all the time. Admittedly, it's a little thick. I think it ranges from 9 to 15 millimeters. You can have it in this guy, magnetic clasp there. That's pretty cool. What else do we got here? Instruction book. Yeah, it pops right on the back. We know how to attach the Moto mods. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna look more at that for our proper hands-on. Get to the actual phone accessory. Moto mod looks and feels a lot like the JBL, the speaker add-on we got. The way the plastic, and it's pretty lightweight. And you can see it has this foam here to cover up the main camera on the device, which is not being used when it's attached. Let's pop her on. Yeah, that's kind of thick. That might look a little better on the Moto Z rather than the Force or the Play, but that's not too bad. Woo, look at that go. Yeah, 10x optical zoom, and this is, I think, all the way zoomed out. We have this little rocker up top here to control the zoom level. Oh, hey there. So we're gonna go into this software in depth, show you what this guy can do for our full review, and give you a preview real soon in our hands-on. Yeah, so it has its own xenon flash on there too. 10x zoom, 12 megapixel sensor. Interestingly, this is, I think, the only one of the Moto mods I've seen so far. It doesn't have its own battery. This gets its power straight from the phone. Unlike the projector or the speakers, there's no like 1000 milliamp hour battery within. So this is just a camera. So yeah, this has been the new Moto Z Play Droid and the Hasselblad 10x True Zoom. I see a little intro thing here. Yeah, we got it. Hasselblad True Zoom camera there. Thanks for watching this hands-on. Stay tuned, or thanks for watching this unboxing. Stay tuned for the hands-on. I'm Steven Shank with PhoneArena. I've got plenty more Moto Z Play coverage coming at you, so make sure you don't miss any of it.